I lost count a long time ago. I lost track.
You don't get as excited as the players do anymore.
I get just as excited, but there's got to be a level of calm. Help them stay calm and mental posture as well too. That's good.
The butterflies before season starts, or is it gotten to the point where it's like maybe not as much anymore?
No, it's still there. I think the level of excitement for our fans, for our guys, wanting to see the preparation that we've put in real time. I think it's good to be excited about what we're doing and where we're going.
Can you kind of feel that excitement coming from the players?
Honestly, I can feel it from you feel the excitement everywhere. You walk around the city, you see the people that are really excited about what we're doing and how we're growing this team the right way. Our guys, there's nerves to it, what you expect it to be, but you want that. And we talked about it yesterday. We always say we want them to compete and play with a level of joy and passion, and that's part of the excitement.
Now with a year under your belt, is there anything in terms of like a routine that you kind of want to like switch up now, knowing what it's like to be that have that first full season as a coach, like before a game?
Well, that was the great part about the preseason, being able to experiment and test a couple things out, depending on what I'm doing pregame or how we're doing certain shoot-arounds. And I think we're going to keep looking at that throughout the year. So nothing yet set in stone from that side.
So still napping pasta.
Still napping pasta.
Does the first couple on the road do anything to build the guys' camaraderie and stuff like that? As much as you're together, does that?
Oh, I love that. That is absolutely very accurate. I think our guys just going on the road, getting on the plane, being around one another, probably having a dinner maybe tonight in Detroit. I think those things just continue to add to the chemistry that this group already has.
Going to Detroit, who won't be available for tomorrow's game?
I think the guys that have been back, that's the Gary, the J.I., Mo Wagner. I think that they won't be available for tomorrow night for playing.
Gary, J.I., Markel.
Markel, Mo Wagner. Yes, there you go.
What's been that transition, where you said so much of the preseason was about your foundation and focusing on you guys now, having a couple days to scout an opponent, what has that transition been like for you and this team?
Well, it's been great. The heightened level of focus, knowing we're walking in and here's who we're going against. But I'll keep saying it throughout the year. It's going to be about us. How do we defend? How do we do certain things? How do we understand how we've got to score against teams? It's going to stay. The focus is going to stay on us more than anything because the league is running the same plays a majority of teams. So part of that is just understanding the concepts over the plays.
Coach, how well do you feel about what you have installed this year at this time compared to perhaps last year, where you're doing a whole new system, trying to get guys up to speed? How do you feel about what you have installed so far?
Very comfortable, and we talk about it again, like Luke just asked. It's the level of concepts over the plays, and our guys are really picking up the concepts. That's the great part about bringing this group back together again. It has a level of being able to say things from last year, and they pick it up a lot quicker.
You kind of talk a little bit about it. Preseason, there's this, you're trying things out for the first time. Is there the same kind of apprehension, the same kind of eagerness to see, okay, now it's for real? What is this going to look like when the lights are on and things actually count?
Well, what I really think that it's got to continue to do the same things that we've done. Obviously, there's areas of improvement that we're going to try to see every game from our guys. Obviously, taking care of the basketball, defending without fouling, but understanding all the things we've worked on. Just trying to keep looking at those pieces of, are they picking those things up? And then that's game to game. That's practice to practice.
How final, if it ever is final, how final is the rotation, or how you feel the rotation is entering the regular season? Is there still going to be some experimenting with some different groups, or is there still going to be tinkering along the way?
Well, I'm not fully final just yet, obviously, because you have guys coming back at some point, so the minutes will change in some ways. Still trying to get locked down the final rotational piece when guys go in and go out. Last game we experimented a little bit with guys subbing in a little earlier. And I think it was a good look, but it was just something to look at. And I think there'll be a better understanding as we go into game one.
Do you feel like you have your starting lineup for tomorrow's set, or is it still thinking and discussing?
Still thinking and discussing.
Where do you sit on trying to get off on the right foot with a win versus, hey, it's a long season, we're working towards stuff?
I think it's a constant thought of the process of doing the right thing. And I'll say it over and over again. I really believe that if we focus on the process of doing the right thing, the outcome will take care of itself. And then we'll continue to celebrate the small successes with this team. But focusing on doing the right thing, playing the right way, that with that level of consistency is really what's going to be important for our group of guys.
If you look at Detroit, what sticks out to them on film that you've seen?
I think they do a great job in transition. Obviously, they push the basketball. They attack that paint. Their defense is something that's been very unique in that they're one of the most switching teams throughout the league, and so our ability to score against switching has to be on point. Our understanding of where we're going on cuts, how our spacing has got to be accurate. I think that's going to be very important for us.
Coach, there's a lot of potential storylines here just in this week alone. You have tomorrow night, former number 1 pick versus the current number 1 pick. You have the rematch, kind of DeJounte and Paolo, and then you have the defending Eastern Conference champs at home. How do you keep your players, especially Paolo in particular, locked in on the goal, block out those storyline, and staying focused for the task ahead?
Well, the great part about this group is that it's a group. It's a group of guys that are together, so they lean on one another. The storylines are always going to be what they are going to be, and our guys do a great job of just focusing on the day-to-day. We talk about winning the day, and that's what matters in that moment. Keeping our guys focused on the moment versus, the idea that something is bigger than our group going against that group.
What does a successful season opener look like for this group?
Well, similar to what we just talked about, I think it's just focusing on the process of things. Are we improving in areas? Are we taking care of the basketball? Are we defending without fouling? What are we doing in certain situations? Are we recognizing coverages when we're on offense? Defensively, are we getting to our positions in the right time and timely manner? So part of it is just the process of what it is we're doing.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
How excited are you for your first regular season game coming up?
Just super excited, probably the most excited out of all those, things, being able to, finally get this thing going. Like you said, first regular season game, everything counts, every win, every loss. So, you got to just be locked in. It's the start of a long season, so we're ready for it.
You've got to spend time with this group, whether it was at summer league, learning concepts, training camp, preseason, trying things out. Just how comfortable do you feel at this point with everything that you're going to be asked to do tomorrow?
Real comfortable, just my role on the team, in the offense, on the defense. I feel pretty comfortable with it all. So I'm just excited to get out there. And, I think preseason helped me a lot, and I'm just ready to get started.
Paolo, how do you describe that when you've played at such a high level for so long? High school, college, summer league. That first game, even though it's on higher stakes, how do you describe that as a basketball player?
Yeah, it's just a moment that you've been working for, my whole life, trying to get to this point right here. So it's definitely a milestone. Proud of myself just for getting here, but also this is the start. It's not the end. So just gotta come in prepared, be ready, and play our best, play my hardest.
What is the biggest thing you felt you learned about playing in the league? Obviously, it's preseason, but what is the biggest thing you felt you learned during the preseason about yourself, about playing in the league, playing at this level?
Just to be patient. It's a lot more space, a lot more open, so you can take your time to get to your spots, to get the reads you want, make whatever play you want. You got a lot more time to do that, and me having the ability to do it, just learning. I don't have it all figured out right yet, but just continue to learn and get a feel for it. And I think preseason helped me a lot, just over the course of the games, getting more and more comfortable, and just being able to get adjusted.
What does a successful preseason season opener look like for you personally?
Shoot, a win for sure. A win, really. I mean, obviously, I want to play well, but if we win, that trumps everything. So,
Jordan Brand announcement was yesterday. Just what does it mean to you to sign with them, and what relationship do you have, if any, with MJ?
Yeah, it means a lot to sign with Jordan. Been probably my favorite brand my whole life. Wearing Jordans, wearing the shoes, wearing the clothes, looking up to Michael Jordan. So for them to reach out and want me to be a part of their brand was a special opportunity for me. And I haven't got to meet Michael Jordan yet, but hopefully I do someday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paolo. How are you guys? Feeling good. How does the start regular season feel different for you compared to last year?
I mean, obviously a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more at ease with everything, just knowing what to expect a little bit. But I'm still excited, new season, so excited to start tomorrow.
Still have the same butterflies, similar butterflies, or the butterflies like calm down compared to this time last year?
I mean, probably compared to last year, a little calmed down, but it's still basketball, still fun to play and exciting to get out there.
We saw a lot of moments last season, even a couple times this preseason, where you and Wendell have really been on the same page. He said it's an honor to play with someone like you. Now, adding Paolo into the mix, you guys all really seem to vibe well, the three of you. What's that maturation with that chemistry been like for you guys so far?
Yeah, I think we're all very smart players and can do a lot of things out there. And obviously we haven't been together for too long, so it's hopefully we can keep getting better. And obviously the chemistry is going to improve a lot. And but I think already all the guys are unselfish and want to make plays for other people. And it's just a lot of fun to play with guys like that.
A big emphasis, this preseason for Coach Mosley and the rest of the guys has been moving off the ball and playing well off of the ball. All the guys have praised you for not only your on-ball ability, but also your off-ball ability. Have you been helping the guys? Have you taken that role to kind of be the guy with your European experience to improve everyone's off-ball movement?
I mean, I think for me, sometimes it's hard. I'm not a professional at explaining all the things. That's what the coaches are there for. So for me, a lot of times it's just kind of a feeling in the game when to move in certain spots. And so I think for everybody, it's kind of a different learning experience and curve. And I think the coaches have done a good job of explaining and giving some pointers on that. But obviously, everything that we do is a team effort. And there's a bunch of moments in practices when I or a lot of other guys too chime in and help other guys out.
In that sense, how has this offense evolved from last year? I mean, obviously there's probably some elements and some concepts that are the same as last year, but how has the offense changed? How has Coach kind of adjusted the offense for this new group?
I mean, I would say just making it a little bit more simpler and off-ball movements, off-ball screens, and taking advantage of mismatches. We have so many big, tall guys that can pass and make plays with the ball, and we want to take advantage of those.
As players, how much credence do you put into winning the season opener, knowing you still got 81 more games after that?
Yeah, I think getting better is more important in any game. Hopefully we can kind of show what we worked on last year and this year also, obviously. But yeah, we're here to play basketball and win basketball games, so it would be awesome to win them all.
You talk to anyone from Michigan coming over to see you tomorrow night? You got friends and family or former teammates, Coach Howard, anyone said they're going to be there?
They probably have a bunch of stuff going on, but some friends will be there from college, and very happy to get to see them.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Franz.